Let's get into Trey Smith. A huge deal for him. Was set to play more than $23 million in the franchise tag. Instead, he gets a deal, 4 years, $94 million. He gets $70 million in guaranteed. $70 million.
Yesterday started off the final day of the Trey Smith waiting game, and in Brett Veach fashion, he waited until the last second. Finally, it was announced the Chiefs had secured right guard Trey Smith with a jaw-dropping 4-year, $94 million contract extension, making him the highest-paid interior lineman in NFL history, and making us a sweaty mess sitting at a computer desk refreshing X over and over again. But that blockbuster deal, packed with $70 million in guaranteed money, cements Smith as a cornerstone of the Chiefs' mission to protect superstar Patrick Mahomes and keep their dynasty alive. So let's dive into why this move was a touchdown for the Chiefs and what it means for the future of the dynasty.
You're listening to All Chiefed Up.
As always, we appreciate you guys clicking the video. Also, if you enjoy the content, please click the like button. You can also hit subscribe if you just want to be our friends. And don't unsubscribe if you don't want to be our friends, because that's just rude.
According to Albert Breer, the contract details are as follows. $46.75 million fully guaranteed to Trey Smith. $70 million injury virtual guarantee, a $27 million in 2025, $20 million in 2026, $23.5 million in 2027, and $23.5 million in 2028. Breer's numbers have yet to be confirmed by any other sources, and even Breer actually reported early on that the deal was only worth $92 million instead of the actual $94 million number. So these are ballpark figures up to this point, but honestly, we'd say they're probably about 99% accurate. The restructure, if correct, takes advantage of the space they had allocated for the tag and is going to be a lower percentage of the gap every single year as the dollar amounts remain similar. So basically, the deal gets less expensive over time under the cap. So that makes it a win for the Chiefs. And oh yeah, Smith set the market for guards in the NFL, as this is the biggest contract ever given to a guard.
With Smith's deal done, the Chiefs now boast two of the NFL's highest paid interior offensive linemen, a feat no other team can claim. Alongside All-Pro center Creed Humphrey, who's locked in for $50.3 million guaranteed, KC is building a fortress around Mahomes. Here's how Smith stacks up against the league's elite. Robert Hunt now comes in at number 2 with $63 million, and Chris Lindstrom of the Falcons comes in at 3rd with $62.7 million guaranteed. This isn't just a flex, it's a statement. The Chiefs are all in on protecting their franchise quarterback, and they're paying top dollar to make that happen. Mahomes took to X, posting a beaming face with smiling eyes emoji, a subtle but clear sign of his excitement. And it even came with the mandatory X replies from Dumb and Dumber. How about these two sharing their first date, obsessing over Mahomes? How freaking cute.
Anyways, why wouldn't Mahomes be thrilled? Smith, a first-time Pro Bowler last season, has been a rock on the offensive line, starting 80 of 81 games since joining the team back in 2021. His athleticism and relentless tenacity have made him a fan favorite and a critical piece of Kansas City's dynasty. Smith extension caps off a busy offseason for the Chiefs, who made it their mission to overhaul the offensive line. With the NFL salary cap set at $279.2 million, higher than the Chiefs actually expected at $270 million, Brett Veach had the wiggle room here to get the deal done, and he delivered a buzzer beater.
Since day one, Smith has been a model of consistency, anchoring the line through 4 postseason runs and proving doubters wrong with every bone-crunching block. This deal isn't just about money, it's about the Chiefs' commitment to building a dynasty. By locking in Smith, they've ensured stability for Mahomes and a foundation for their high-octane offense. Plus, with no players league-wide playing on the franchise tag this season, a first since 2015, the Chiefs can focus on the field without contract distractions looming. So get ready for another season of Smith paving the way for Mahomes' magic. Let us know what you think down in the comments about the Trey Smith deal. Was it fair, or did they spend way too much money on a guard? Speaking of spending too much money, the New York Jets gave a monumental contract extension for star cornerback Sauce Gardner yesterday. After locking in wide receiver Garrett Wilson with a new deal on Monday, the Jets agreed to terms with Gardner on a 4-year, $120.4 million contract, according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. This record-breaking agreement makes the 24-year-old the highest-paid cornerback in NFL history.
So what does this mean for the Chiefs and future contract of star corner Trent McDuffie? Short answer, McDuffie is about to get paid, and the Chiefs are about to hand out yet another monster contract. The clock is ticking on this extension now, and every passing moment proves to be getting more and more difficult to not give McDuffie the bag. Before the Gardner contract, McDuffie clocked in at number 81 in the NFL Top 100 rankings after just 3 seasons in the league. On Monday, NFL.com's All-Under-25 team recognized McDuffie for his stellar play. Few corners blanket receivers better than McDuffie, who posted one of the best tight window percentages, 33.3%, at the position with a minimum of 400 coverage snaps. The rest of his stat line picture isn't quite as impressive, but as a defender who is still allowing a targeted passer rating below 83 and already boasts a handful of clutch plays on his highlight reel, having followed up his first team All-Pro selection in 2023 with a second team All-Pro nod in 2024, McDuffie has cemented his place as a key piece in Kansas City for many years to come. You work hard, you play hard, and we know Chiefs Kingdom cheers hard. And when you do that, it's obvious you work up a little stank. You don't have to walk around smelling like Bigfoot's. Grab yourself some Mando full body deodorant or some Mando whole body deodorant spray. They even have whole body deodorant cream. You have no reason to stink. We absolutely love Mando, and that's why we partnered with them to bring their goodness to you. There's 4 scents. This bourbon leather here is fantastic. They also have Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, and Pro Sport scent. So do you want to try America's #1 whole body deodorant formula? Of course you do. You can find them at Walmart, Target, and other retailers across the country. But for the best deals, go to shopmando.com. You can pick up a Mando starter pack. It's absolutely perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and you get free shipping. Free shipping is huge. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence head to toe with Mando.
Back in April, McDuffie was asked about his looming contract, and here's what he had to say about it. "I love the city. I love the coaches. I love my teammates. I would love to be back with the team," he said. "If it's a long-term deal, I'd be ecstatic, that's for sure. One thing's for sure, if McDuffie steps up his game even more in 2025 and has the best season of his career, the trend of not paying homegrown corners in Kansas City may become a reality again. But this time, not out of principle, but out of pure necessity."
But we do have to deliver a significant piece of bad news. As we reported last week, nearly every second-round draft pick across the NFL remains unsigned, including Chiefs rookie Omarr Norman-Lott. Norman-Lott is expected to be comfortably above other guys like Fabian Levette, Marlon Tuipulotu, and Kozai Izzard on the depth chart. But if Norman-Lott doesn't sign before training camp, those 3 guys will get their chance to shine with the defense.
Tuipulotu has shown that he's capable of playing a significant role in an NFL defense. In 2023, he played 14 games for the Eagles, totaling 22 tackles and 2 sacks. He hasn't made the same kind of impact so far in Kansas City, but this potential holdout gives him the chance to move up the depth chart. Izzard, a UDFA from Penn State, coming in at an extremely athletic 6'3", 305, has all the traits of an interior disruptor, and he's just looking for a small opportunity to make a big-time impact and push for a roster spot. Don't forget about Fabian Levette, who was a UDFA last season out of Florida State, and it was talked about coming out of camp then that he was pretty close to getting a roster spot last season. Even without Norman-Lott around, these 3 still have to outshine a few other Chiefs defensive linemen. Chris Jones, Mike Pennell, and Jerry Tillery are all currently above them on the depth chart as well. Norman-Lott's absence doesn't really give these 3 a chance at a starting job, but it would mean some more time on the field in training camp. Absolutely any chance to shine is critical for someone that might be getting cut.
This is something that nobody really expected, but as of late, it seems to be a real possibility here. In all likelihood, Norman-Lott and most of the other second-round draft picks in the league will be signed by the time the season kicks off. But in the meantime, the backups can take full advantage of a few extra practice reps. It might just be the difference between getting cut and making the roster.
Now the time's yours, Chiefs Kingdom. Get down in the comments and let us know what you think about the Trey Smith contract. Also, do you think the Chiefs are going to be able to pay Trent McDuffie big money as well?
That's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for sharing this with a friend and hitting that sub button. We'll catch you next time. Go Chiefs.